The wind howls, a primal scream tearing at a small coastal home. Rain lashes sideways, stripping paint and hope alike. Inside, a family huddles in darkness, listening as their world unravels. This isn't fiction, it's the new reality for millions. The planet is in turmoil, the climate pushed to its breaking point. We see it, we feel it, the weather we once knew is gone. Elsewhere, relentless sun bakes the earth into cracked clay. Farmers walk through fields of dust, their work and dreams withering. The sky offers no relief, just silent witness to disaster. Sometimes the most dangerous storms are silent, leaving behind broken livelihoods. Then comes fire, a spark in a dry forest fueled by drought and wind. It becomes a monster, devouring trees, homes, entire communities. The sky turns apocalyptic orange, ash raining down for miles. Firefighters battle walls of flame but often must retreat. For those in its path, there's only one choice: flee. These aren't isolated incidents, they're dispatches from a global crisis. The weather is no longer just weather, it's a weapon. Unpredictable, frequent, and ferocious. The question is not if, but when, and whether we'll be ready. Maria Sanchez never thought disaster would find her. She'd lived in her riverside town for 40 years, trusting the old levees. But this time, the rain was relentless. 3 days of downpour turned creeks into raging rivers. The levee breached with a guttural groan, unleashing a torrent. Maria watched from upstairs as water swallowed her car, then her home. Darkness fell as the floodwaters rose, forcing her and her dog Rico into the attic. She pried open a vent, gasping for air, the house groaning under the pressure. Trapped, she waited through a night of fear and isolation. At dawn, a rescue boat appeared, volunteers in yellow jackets, exhausted but determined. Maria and Rico were helped from the roof, the devastation all around. Rooftops poked from the water like tombstones, her town was gone. She was a survivor, but everything familiar had vanished. Maria's story is echoed in communities worldwide, ordinary lives upended in moments. The terrifying power of flood is no longer rare. Each disaster leaves scars, both visible and hidden. Maria's loss is a warning, no one is immune. Why is this happening? The answer: a warming planet. For over a century, burning fossil fuels has trapped heat in our atmosphere. This extra heat energizes the climate, fueling extreme weather. Warmer oceans and air mean more powerful storms and heavier rainfall. The same heat drives droughts and heat waves, drying out soil and fueling wildfires. Every fraction of a degree makes extremes more frequent and intense. These aren't distant threats, they're happening now. Scientists warn without big changes, today's extremes will become tomorrow's norm. This is not speculation, it's physics. Pine Ridge's summer was dangerously dry, the forest turned brittle and brown. A lightning strike sparked a distant fire. Then the winds shifted, the fire exploded, racing through the landscape, blotting out the sun. Evacuation orders came fast, panic set in as ash rained down. Embers started new fires, trapping some and cutting off escape. Volunteer firefighter David Chen stayed behind, facing a wall of flame. The heat was suffocating, the roar deafening. In the evacuation center, families waited, desperate for news. The fire burned for 2 weeks, leaving a monochrome world of ash and ruin. More than half the homes were lost, the forest was gone. David walked through the ruins, his neighborhood unrecognizable. The silence was profound, the loss overwhelming. The fire took more than houses, it took a community's sense of place. The scars remain, on the land and in every survivor. Behind every headline there are real people stories of loss and survival. An elderly couple in Florida, lost to a hurricane surge, a young family in California, their home turned to ash. First responders face impossible choices, risking everything to save lives. The trauma lingers: PTSD, anxiety, sleepless nights. Yet in the darkest moments, resilience shines. Neighbors form human chains, strangers open their homes, volunteers arrive from miles away. Community becomes the ultimate survival tool. Recovery is slow insurance battles, rebuilding emotional scars. The sound of rain or smell of smoke can trigger panic. The true cost isn't just in dollars but in lost security and peace of mind. Still, humanity's compassion endures. After disaster, the struggle to rebuild begins. Financial hurdles loom. Insurance gaps, delayed aid, mounting debt. Clearing debris takes months. Rebuilding is daunting and expensive. Communities must decide, restore the past or build for a safer future. Resilient designs, elevated homes, fire-resistant materials, restored wetlands are vital but costly. The social fabric is tested as residents scatter and businesses close. Community centers and shared projects help restore hope and connection. Adaptation is key. These towns become laboratories for resilience. Their choices shape the future for us all. From the ashes, they build not just homes, but a stronger tomorrow. The evidence is clear. We face a new era of extreme weather. Reducing emissions is crucial, but so is personal and community preparedness. Don't assume it won't happen to you. Prepare a go-bag, water, food, flashlight, first aid kit, documents. Make a family communication plan and know your local risks. Learn evacuation routes and safety procedures. Get involved in community emergency planning and support first responders. Stronger building codes and natural defenses save lives. Resilience is built together, neighbors helping neighbors. The future is uncertain, but our response doesn't have to be. The stories of Maria, David, and others are lessons in vulnerability and strength. Take action, learn, plan, prepare, help. We can't stop the storms, but we can face them together.